of this was decided.
You really think you can change the future?
All of this was decided.
The truth is what you see with your eyes, not what you hear.
All of this was decided.
Roche is a character whose presence in Final Fantasy VII Remake was brief, but always punctuated with theatrics, destruction, and a sort of Shakespearean-esque dialogue trope. Regardless, there's no mistaking Roche for anyone when it comes to the cast of Final Fantasy VII Remake, but seeing the direction of the game's narrative and the devs' desire to insert new plot points, twists, and turns, knowing that, we cannot ignore characters like Roche who were not in the original compilation at all, but have been put center stage here in the remake trilogy, even if for just a short while. But either way, characters like this are worth putting under a microscope, and I believe there very well may be much to be found hiding beneath the shadows of this curious soldier. Based on the information currently available to us, it is my prediction that Roche in some way is going to be connected to Sephiroth, whether he was injected with Sephiroth cells, or he's a Sephiroth clone, or he's a product of either the S or G type experimentation done within the soldier program. Either way, I believe in somehow, some way, Roche is going to tie back to Sephiroth. So without further ado, let's dive on in and let's see if I can build the case. So first things first, let's just quickly establish a foundation that would allow this to take place. We know for sure that Roche is in the soldier program, and that Roche's eyes are blue. Now whether or not that blue is caused by the Mako glow or not, remains to be specified. But as a foundation, between him being a soldier and having the eyes, this essentially puts Roche where he needs to be. Being in the soldier program means Hojo likely had the green light to experiment on him, should he be a standout candidate in his eyes. And again, with his eyes having a sort of blue glow, that suggests that there very well may have been some experimentation on him, but again, we're gonna wait for that to be confirmed. Now, with that out of the way, let's move into what drew me to this theory exactly. When flipping through the Final Fantasy VII Remake art book, I stumbled upon Sephiroth and Roche essentially being placed side by side. I couldn't help but notice a lot of the visual similarities between the two. We can see that while his hairstyle is different, the Widow's Peak and hairline is the same. Both let their hair grow out to long lengths, and if we just look at the shape of their heads, we can see similarities there as well. Now, obviously this is not enough to confirm anything, but this is the catalyst that got me thinking. The next overlap between these two characters would be that Roche, much like Sephiroth, seems to have an unhealthy fixation on Cloud, primarily for his ability. Roche feels there is no equal to Cloud when elevating his joy in combat, much like the way Sephiroth sees Cloud as a primary target given his past history with him in combat, seeing as Cloud is the only one who has been able to stand up and get the best of Sephiroth. Twice. The next point I would bring up is that both characters seem to have this desire to make a friend of Cloud. And of course we are referencing the Sephiroth of the remake trilogy, but again this wasn't always the case with Sephiroth, but it seems to be part of his antagonistic direction to try and persuade Cloud to join him. Roche doesn't have nearly as big of ambitions as Sephiroth, but sees Cloud as a friend merely for his ability to elevate his enjoyment of combat. Both characters, in the way they are presented to us in Remake, both are orbiting Cloud when pursuing their motives and goals. What the exact connection between these two could be, at the end of the day, is still a tough call. Could he have been injected with Sephiroth cells? Maybe, but personally, I don't believe him to be any kind of clone of Sephiroth, but I do believe it's possible that Hojo may end up being the string that ties these two together. But who knows? It's still up in the air about whether or not there is any kind of connection between the two. But that's where you come in, dearest viewer. What do you make of everything laid out here? Do you think there is any kind of connection between Sephiroth and Roche, or do you believe there may be something else entirely going on with him? Personally, I'm really just sitting on the fence with this one. I fell down a rabbit hole again when I was looking at the art book, and I came up with a few similarities between the two characters, and just wanted to share that and see if anybody else can either confirm or deny any of these suspicions. When I think about Roche and where he is headed, I can't help but think that the geostigma or Mako degeneration is going to be something presented to us through him. We see Roche as this super lively, adrenaline junkie character, but can you imagine the geostigma or Mako degeneration seeping in slowly through him, taking hold of him and sucking him dry of all of that vitality? After all, it would be quite dark and eerie to see a man of vibrance reduced to, well, this. But anyway, that's all I've got for you guys today. Just wanted to talk a little bit about Roche here. What are your thoughts? Please drop it in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to this channel for more gaming and RPG content. So all you ladies and gentlemen, be good out there. Be good to yourselves and each other. And I will see all of you beautiful sickos and normies next time.
All of this was decided.
You really think you can change the future?
All of this was decided.
The truth is what you see with your eyes, not what you hear.
All of this was decided.
Why not just sit back and watch it play out?
All of this was decided.
May your heart be your guiding key.